Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some Stalker Gamma, and as I say that, the last bit of lightning, I think, stops, and we are left in pitch darkness. So you know how last time I said that the idea was to snipe the army base from here? We're going to call it A+ for idea. Execution, we're going to give that like a C-, I think. Problem is I can't see anything through the flooding foliage, and even if the foliage wasn't there, I think, given the fact that there was an emission a minute ago, well, a minute ago, more than a minute ago, but a short while ago there was an emission, I think given that fact, there's really little to no chance that we're going to find anyone just sitting outside. And so, I appreciate that you cannot see much on the screen. Trust me, I can't see much either. I'm going mostly off of memory. But I kind of want to turn this on just to be able to see in here, but I also don't want to be spotted. And so I'm going to turn it off. Beautiful thing is, these guys do the same thing, so... and I think it matters? See, I'm not 100% sure whether it does, but I think it does. There was talk of it mattering in the future at some point, and I'm not sure if this is the future now, in a manner of speaking, right? Whether that moment has arrived where the enemies react to lights, headlights specifically. Okay, I see him. Here's what we're gonna do. Is that an apocalypse helm? That was an apocalypse helm, or at least it looked like it. Ooh, hello. See the guy on top as well.
Enemy down.
Notice how much easier this is going. Like, just notice.
Okay, let's do it.
Have them on defend only. I'm gonna keep them on defend only. Okay, chances are whoever comes out of there is gonna have their headlight on. I mean... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kills. You know what the beautiful part about the kill tracker system is? I now get to confirm some kills that otherwise would have been questionable. Like, you know, situations where you shoot an enemy and he's behind cover and you fire off a couple of shots randomly, hoping that you've hit him? I think I've learned through intense observation of enemy forces that 9 times out of 10, I've hit the enemy. I think that's everyone. It's going to be fewer of them this time than last time, of course. Because, well, it's not like the military has infinite manpower and will continue to send forces down here forever and ever and ever. But,
Стволы наготове.
time to attack. Right, we're clearing the place out. Switch to the side profile of this rifle and use the side scope and... Guys? Oh, they're completely relaxed. See, this is how last time one of you got killed. Just saying. I think we hit this one so hard that his hands just, you know. Yeah, let's not talk about it. We shot him through the hands is how I'm gonna choose to describe that. The barrel suit is fine. Look at that. Provides a little bit less impact, a little bit less, well, actually a lot less electrical resistance, but so much more rupture resistance. Part of me wants to take this sodding thing, honestly. Part of me also wants to break it down for parts. Guess which one, which part one. Yeah, this was an Apocalypse helm, wow. So, obviously it wasn't in the best condition. If it was, maybe this would have been different, but, yeah. This gun, with the most basic and cheapest ammunition available for it, went straight through the helmet. Again, the helmet wasn't in the best condition, obviously. That depends on sort of the rank of the enemy and everything. That's fine, but the fact that it one-shot him was still impressive as hell. I'm telling you, man, the SVD is where it's at. SVD is amazing. If you can't afford anything better, SVD is the best. Well, Juggernaut, doesn't that go for literally, like, even a knife, right? If you can't, like, the weapon you have is the best weapon in the world, because that's the one you have, right? Because all the other ones out there are useless because you don't have them. Yes, true, but that's not what I meant. What I meant is, like, it's really, really good. Regardless of, maybe the perception that a weapon like this isn't that great, or, perhaps even its reputation from the past, almost, I would say, to an extent, right? Where this was never the go-to sniper rifle, right? I mean, you'd always go for something either higher caliber, or you would go for something a little bit more versatile, something like that, right? It's never been the case of, oh, you just use this is the best thing ever. It never had that reputation, and so, how do I put this? Like, it makes sense? I'm gonna take this Veresk. Got a good barrel, there's no reason not to take it. 9x21 is, not good, but it's not terrible either. It has good penetration capabilities. Damage-wise, it leaves a lot to be desired, but yeah. That's fine. Okay, let's get out of here. I prefer not to be doing most of this at night, but like I said, I wanted to snipe, and I felt like I had somewhat of an advantage, and it turns out I do, especially with an SVD. Got a hell of an advantage. And that was multiple tasks done very quickly, very easily, all within the same region. We scoped that guy out previously. Now, here's a confusing one. Deliver the package and also eliminate the squatters from here. I thought I was delivering the package to either a mercenary or a bandit. And I'm no expert on, you know, relations between factions in the zone. In fact, I often make the mistake of, whoops, sorry about that. My apologies for that. Got a very important phone call and completely neglected the fact that I left the sound on because I was expecting an important phone call. Okay. Let's see. Ecologist. This is partially why I like doing this. Let's go down there. It's partially why I like doing this at night. Like, if you have night vision, obviously it's the greatest thing in the world, but even if you don't, everyone keeps their headlights on the vast majority of the time, and it's a pleasure, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna take this, Doz. It's a pleasure to just walk around and be able to see everything and yet also see nothing at the same time. It's a bit contradictory, but it is what it is. The biggest problem, of course, always is mutants at night, because there's a lot of different creatures that come out at night, mainly psysuckers and bloodsuckers. And they are legitimately hell to deal with. They are. But an area like this, they're not so bad to deal with. You know what I mean? They're not that bad. Mainly because there's not that many of them. It's not like they're everywhere. So, makes things easier on us. I'm gonna sneak in. Pretty similar to last time. Except this time I have very few rounds, but let's not think about that too much. We're going to sneak in, we're going to take them out one by one, get rid of all the loners, and hopefully deliver the package as well. Who are we delivering it to? Once again, remains a mystery to me, because it could be an ecologist, but like even then, why would a bandit task me to deliver something to an ecologist? It's... you know. That answers my question, I think, who we're delivering this to.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I have them on attack enemies. Right, go! Attack! Charge! Mission note is done. Right? Should take care of the loners in here. There's a nomad stalker suit. I wonder how does it compare to what I've got? It's not a big difference, honestly. Looks a bit cooler, but not a big difference. And the Freedomer that I gotta deliver this to, I'm gonna be careful now, because this could be a bug. Okay. You're not gonna shoot me? No second thoughts? Okay. The reason is, like I said, I shot way back when I shot a Freedomer on accident. And now the entire Freedom base is mad at me and wants to shoot me. And matter of fact, I think that extends to pretty much all of them at army warehouses. But the ones out here... friendly. So that puts me in a slightly awkward position of not being sure what to do about the whole freedom situation, as, you know, other than avoid them entirely. Which isn't the worst option in the world, but, you know, just saying. Feels like that's the only thing I can do. What the fuck? Okay, not at me. Not at me. That's good. That's important. He did just shoot something. He did just pick a fight. But it had nothing to do with me. That's important. No, still friendly. Okay. I have to be paranoid about it because, well, story time, I guess. Some time ago, and it wasn't that long ago, I was experimenting with the disguise system. Basically, I wanted to know a couple of things. One, while I'm in disguise, will the faction that I'm shooting at know that I'm shooting at them? Not the disguised me, but the actual me. And the answer is yes. You can't use the disguise system to fool the game into fighting people that you aren't supposed to, quote-unquote, and by that I mean aren't, like, hostile to, right? So, for example, you're a mercenary, you put on the disguise as a loner, and now you go fight bandits. Bandits across the board will remember that, will know it was you in disguise, and it will affect your relationship with that faction. Kill too many of them, and all bandits will become hostile towards you permanently. So, it is a thing. It is a problem. It is real. You can't use disguises that way. So I was like, okay. So I knew there was going to be like cats or bloodsuckers or something over here. That's why I loaded hollow points. So I was like, okay. Next question. Who knows that I'm disguised? You know what I mean? Like, if I put on a disguise as a mercenary, do loners know that I'm in disguise? Does my own faction know that I'm in disguise? Do allied factions and neutral factions know that I'm in disguise? The answer is only your own faction. So, if you are, for example, a mercenary, and you put on a disguise, all mercenaries in the zone everywhere will know that it's you. How will they know? Well, let's just assume that somehow, for some reason, for one reason or another, they use a mysterious, unknown type of friend-foe detection system, right? That's what they use, and as a result, everyone knows that it's you, whether it be their PDAs or whatever. That's what happens. Neutral factions, they don't know. Which means that if a neutral faction sees you in disguise, and the disguise you're wearing is hostile towards them, they will attack you. But if you shoot in self-defense, they will know that it's you, and not someone in disguise. You see how this is a bit weird and creates a problem where if you're in disguise, some people will shoot at you, but you're not allowed to shoot back at them. Yeah? It's strange. So it turns out the best thing to do, like the absolute best thing to do with disguises, is nothing. Do not engage in combat, just use it to traverse areas that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. I.e. go to Rostock, if you're, hostile with everyone there. Yeah, but the problem is, in order to get to Rostock, you need to go awfully close to the defenders, and they're gonna know, right? They're gonna know it's you. So getting into Rostock is nigh impossible with a disguise, even with the best disguise, right? And even if you change the difficulty settings for disguises to be rather lenient, it's still very difficult. You can't sprint, but at the same time, if you linger too long around people, they will recognize you, and once one of them recognizes you, it's over. Obviously, you need headgear that will cover your face, and you need a suit that is in 100% condition, and you need a weapon, if that setting is turned on, I turned it on, you need a weapon that that faction would typically use. So, for example, get like a TOS or something for me.
Опа!
I wish that after you put in so much effort, you would have like an impervious disguise. Unfortunately, not the case, right? Unfortunately, not the case. So, you're not impervious even after all of that. Yeah. In fact, quite the opposite. You're kind of easy to spot even then, and you need to be extremely careful with where you move and put a lot of distance between you and anyone that's hostile. On top of all of that, the way the disguise system works is that the higher ranking the individual you're next to, the faster they will identify you. So now all of a sudden I need to guess what the rank of the individual is. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, I'm not going to go next to General Petrenko in Rostock and tell him, like, hi. That sort of goes without saying, right? But on the other hand, like, it's so difficult to the point where it's making me not want to use the disguise system ever. And I know people that have used it successfully and swear by it and stuff. That's fine. But all I'm saying is that it at certain points becomes so difficult and so convoluted that I just don't want to use it, honestly. I'm like, just, you know, whatever, just forget about it. We're not using the disguise thing. And, yeah, that's the disguise system, you know, the long and short of it for you. On the other hand, you can customize it, so you can make it a lot easier to hide and all that good stuff and to deceive the enemy, but that's how the base system works, and then from there, just tweaking values. It's you know, not ideal. On the other hand, I mentioned Fallout New Vegas recently, and the disguise system there. That, I think, was perfect. Genuinely, I think that was awesome, because it served a purpose, and it let you experience other factions that you were hostile to, even though you were hostile to them, right? You could get in, you could see what was going on, right? You can get up close and sort of scout the area and whatever, and see what you were missing. I need this so badly. You have no idea how badly I need that gas gallon. You have no idea how badly I needed that. Sorry, I just need to really emphasize that. I'm also going to grab a jerry can off of you, because I think that's cheaper than some alternatives. I think that's the cheapest one. I think it's cheaper than kerosene, all things considered. Not 100% sure on that, but I think it's cheaper than kerosene. Anyways, we're at a stage where it's not the most important thing in the world, right? Like, we're looking for, like, roughly the cheapest thing, not necessarily mathematically the best thing to grab at this point. Okay. Let's sell a few of these things. I'm at 90,000, just under. Bearing in mind that I also just bought a few things for the base. Honestly, good job me. I mean, everything considered, right? See if there's any of these tasks that I can do. Sharpening stone, basic sewing kit. I can get these for you. Sharpening stone. Oh. Gone, okay. Improvise stim packs. You want 4 of them. Where am I going to get 4 of them from? Jeez. Okay, army warehouses, army warehouses. Wish I could go there. Garbage might not be the worst location in the world to go to after all of this, but there's still a problem, and let me show you the problem. $30 rounds of FMJ. That's the best you can do. And then, just to sort of pay for what I did, and that doesn't even account for the cleaning of the gun, which, to be fair, I'm not going to do much of. just sort of pay for the ammunition and stuff, which I know this is not technically supposed to do, but still, it's like 8,000 rubles. Yes, I undoubtedly made a profit, because there's a bunch of components that I picked up, and there's other stuff, and there's stash upgrades, and then there's stuff I need to sell, and look at this, 2 weapons, and so on and so forth, and I got an armor, and yeah, I've made a profit. I'm made like 20,000 at least. No, actually, I made like 30,000 at least in pure profit, because prior to going on the mission, I also picked up some meds, which I also had to pay for, you know, just in case I get myself in extra trouble. That's really not the issue. That's fine. It's just that problem is it's not a lot of money. Like it's still. If I want to buy like one 5.56 rifle, I'm gonna need like 200,000 or something. Well, obviously, Juggernaut, you're not supposed to buy it. Yeah, I know, I'm supposed to loot it. Off of who? Off of a dead mercenary? I'm not killing my own just to get a rifle. And so, like, what's my alternative exactly? I keep fighting Warsaw Pact factions, and then, like I said previously, none of this is meant politically. I don't mean that they're backed by the Warsaw Pact or anything. What I mean is that they're using Warsaw Pact weaponry. And so, like, how exactly do I do this? How exactly do I find a 5.56 weapon reliably that I can fix up in my current situation where I have virtually no ammunition? Oh, well, Juggernaut, turns out you do have some ammunition. Yeah, I know, I do. Like, this is now a little bit more usable and manageable and stuff, and fine. There you go, and yeah, I'll grab this, and actually, let's play a few hands of blackjack, because I think I haven't played this in a while. We'll do like 2,000, so I don't cry too much when I lose. Good. Good. Actually good. Never mind. Do I hit one more time? I feel like I should hold. If I hit, I probably would have gone over 21 anyway, so destined to lose that one. Good. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Generally, I like to hold around 16. If I'm at 16, I'll hold. But sometimes none of that matters whatsoever. Okay, end of the day, did we make money or did we lose money? We made like 2,000. There you go. Don't gamble, kids. It doesn't pay off. Well, I mean, here it paid off 2,000, but generally speaking, doesn't pay off. Don't do it. Okay, is that everything? Do I need something else? I don't think so. Let me just check the task board again. I'm just going to refresh it one more time. See if there's anything else people might need. Nope. Nope. This is in the Great Swamps. This is the same. Chop the beast to pieces. And I got the one in the meadow. Yeah, I'm not keen on going there. Although it's not a terrible spot. It's also just not much there. Oi, wake up. There's your sewing kit. 8,000. And a stash location. Okay. Okay. Now you're talking. Look at the amount of stashes I have in the garbage. Oh dear lord. Oh my, oh my. Just the raw amount of stuff. Oh. Yeah, drop everything. I think. Oh, there's also this. Drop everything, we have to go to army warehouses. Yeah, and so, with that said, that changes my opinion on the task board situation. Bounty in the army warehouses, I'll take it. Chop the beast to pieces, chop the beast to pieces. No. These, no, this, don't need this either. Yeah. 2 stashes of high importance. Has to be done, right? Have to do it. Absolutely have to do it. And I could fast travel to the Merc camp for 3.6 thousand. Or I could go to the truck cemetery, yeah, and then come out at army warehouses somewhere, probably near the Freedom Base, get myself shot at, and then take things from there, but let's not do that. Okay, so, sorry for the sudden jump cut like this. It's, well, the long and short of it is, it's a lot easier to record when I just pause and make a jump cut rather than doing a whole transition thing. But anyways, I decided to spare you the 10-minute or so long discussion with myself about where to go and why. Initially, I wanted to go to the garbage and maybe stay in the Dark Valley a little bit more, because honestly, there's better job opportunities there, as silly as that might initially sound. But there genuinely are. However, I decided against it ultimately, and the only reason I decided against it is, let's just get rid of that entirely, I was carrying too much. Yeah, with me I had, or rather on me, I had over 100 kilos worth of stuff, and that's a lot. And so I thought to myself, you know what, if I'm carrying this much, might as well drop it off at Dead City, fast travel to there immediately, and then, you know, take things from there. And that's exactly what I did. So, currently, we have 90 rounds of ammunition, 545 for the AK, and, well, I'm just gonna call it a... Ooh, life flashing before my eyes. But it's all good in the end. Because the Chimera got. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, senior researcher, whatever your name is, Professor. And thank you to the other guy that was here as well. This is why I came here. For the SPDS. No, I came here for the stash. And with it, I guess, the drug-making kit as well. Armor suit is kind of meh, so I'll just disassemble it and we're good. Okay. Well, this was going to be the safer area, considering there's a bunch of mercs here, and well, there were a bunch of mercs here. And that's probably the only reason why I'm alive. Next waypoint. I want to grab these two. That's all I want to do, basically. Getting the drug-making kit is important. It's also not the most important thing in the world. A lot of it is going to depend on what I find in the next stash. Ideally, I mean, the drug-making kit is so unimportant, right? I want 2 of them. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but hear me out. Making my own medicine, bandages, stim packs, first aid kits, everything is a little bit of a pain. I'll be brutally honest with you. And I don't like it. I prefer to just buy the bloody things. Yes, I tend to struggle with money on and off, depending on, you know, the situation and everything. Am I insane, or is there... No, I'm definitely going insane. No, I am full on going bonkers. There's an anomaly inside of this thing. Lovely. Because the PDA is showing me friendly mercenaries in the area, and yet I am struggling to see them. Like, one is supposed to be there. And yet... Okay, nearly got burnt to a crisp. Let's not do that. Let's not get burnt to a crisp. Sounds like a great idea. Grandma's... Was it Grandma's stash? Is that what it's called? It's a bit large on the map. I'm not sure where it is. Is it this one? It is indeed this one. It has advanced tools. Okay. It's not bad. Mercenary armored suit. The light suit, definitely disassemble this. Yeah, I'll take this with me. Wondering if I can fix it. I can have an idea for fixing it, which will involve very little to no resources. I'm just wondering if I can actually do it. It'd be a bit cool if I could. Okay, the last emission changed the anomalies around here to make them a little bit weirder than usual, so let's, you know, not really be here, I suppose. I'm gonna go around the village, and I want to test whether freedom is still hostile to me or not, because something has changed. With all the fetch quests that I've done and helping out both the bandits and the mercenaries, I now have over 2,000 goodwill with the mercenaries, but with freedom, it's gone above 500. So it's in the yellow, so to speak. I'm wondering whether that's enough for them to forget the little friendly fire incident, and whether I can have them as an ally again. Because if I could, you know, we're in business, so to speak. Really? It would really be grand if I could do that. If I can't, on the other hand, well, we tried. A couple of mercs up ahead, fighting something. I want to help them. Oh. 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 Okay. Good job, guys. I mean... Jeez. Okay. Got a slight confidence boost from seeing that. 1 and 2 from just from the gear that I have, to the point where I'm now not so terrified anymore to approach the Freedom Base. It'd be great if I could see a lookout on one of their towers and see if he starts shooting at me. That would be helpful, like, then I would know, you know? And from this sort of angle, it'll be a bit... Oh, how do I put this? It'll be a bit easier to get away from them. But I don't see a lookout, unfortunately. Okay, there's an anomaly field here. There's quite a large anomalous field here. And somewhere inside it is the information that I need. the irony of this being where, quote-unquote, the incident happened is not lost on me. How do I get in there? Like, is it back next to the tree, right? Yeah. Remember, bolts are limited. Yeah. Look. There's a Saiga in there, though. Ah, it's a tactical Saiga, but it's all busted, and shotguns just aren't what they used to be, and that's the second phone call this episode? I'm sorry. So sorry about that. The best equivalent I can provide is, like, I'm on call, except there isn't such a thing because I'm not a medical doctor, but you know what I mean? Like, it's... I need to be available because there's some chaos going on at work, and, yeah. I don't know if this is the first or second time it rang during this episode, but, yeah. Alright, let's see. Yep. Still hostile. It's the entire base, too. Man, oh man, oh man. I don't think there's a way to fix it. Because my goodwill went up. But it didn't go up enough. Yikes. It would have been so much easier, because I could have gotten 545 ammunition from Freedom. That's the real kicker. I could have gotten 545 ammo from them, but the way things are, not really an option. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the video here because there's nothing interesting. I'm just gonna go back to Dead City and from there plan my travels. Probably, I don't know, maybe Yantar and then Garbage? Because I think I have something to do in Yantar. That's not clearing out the lab, obviously, because I'm not ready for that yet. But maybe head towards Garbage. There's loads of stashes there. Yeah, the big issue is I don't think I'm doing that terribly well with ammunition to be able to afford trip to Garbage like that, because there's a lot of enemies there, but with an SVD, it's, would you not have the identifier thing on the, huh. Interesting. Anyways, like I said, with an SVD, could be an option, I suppose. We will see. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you all next time. Do remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned with the rest of the series and the rest of the content that I produce on the channel. Also helps me out quite a bit, of course, as you know, and I will see you all next time. There's a loner somewhere up there, but I'm not taking shots through the fog. I can hit, like, God knows what. Alright. Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.